my wonderful honey drops. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have Keith with me.
Hello, it is me, Keith.
And this is going to be probably the last video of Epic that we're going to be releasing, unless, you know, it actually does finally make it to in some sort of capacity onto a stage as an animated series, anything of that nature. I will obviously cover it once it gets to those segments. But right now, we are going to be doing something super fun where we are going to rate the songs. Ta-da! So, obviously, we have them in order right here, right? So, The Horse and the Infant. What are we thinking?
The Horse and the Infant.
Yes,
it's a good starter song.
Yes, the opener.
It's a great opener. I don't want to say it gets overshadowed by a lot of stuff, but rather, like, I think it's solid, but I don't really know if I would rate it above, like, low A rank, high B rank.
That's what I'm thinking, because here's the thing. I like Horse in the Infant. I like it because of, like, the beat and the opening of, like, the take the whole city at large, like, that whole bit right there, I think is, like, the strongest part of the song.
Right.
That, like, I think that, like, really right there is, like, the strongest part of the song. I think Zeus's part is pretty strong as well, but I think the main thing is, like, talking about how, like, you know, kill the brothers of Hector, all that thing while he's, like, talking to them inside the horse.
I forgot that, like, it was Zeus that gives Odysseus the prophecy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Zeus
I
is
forgot
like,
it
hey.
was Zeus specifically.
Hey, guess what? This baby's gonna kill you. You know, sometimes I think about what if he had taken the baby with him? Because one of the options he says is, I'll take him home with me and I'll raise him. And I'm like, can you imagine him taking this baby on the Odyssey? Like, oh my god. Okay, but we're thinking, like, B tier? We might move these around, but I'm thinking, like,
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, A or B. I think low A.
Yeah, low A, high B.
Okay, we'll do
in
low
that
A.
range.
Yeah, we'll do low A for right now. All right, Just a Man.
I mean, put it in S. Like, I don't think that there's.
I think here's the thing. I think the song itself is A, okay, but I think the motif it carries throughout the whole
motif that it
show.
carries throughout the entire show.
That's what makes it an S tier song. That's my thought.
It's such a great iconic song that like while the song itself is solid, it's really good. The fact that it's a song this early gets the treatment of, like, being carried out throughout the entirety of the storyline, right? Also basically as a through line for one of Epic's whole how do I say this, themes?
Yeah, I guess themes.
Or I feel like there's a better word that I can use, but it is on the tip of my tongue. The thesis statement? Sure. All right.
Sure.
Whatever.
This
you
is
know.
Yeah. Sure. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll go with. Okay, but yeah. Okay. Full Speed Ahead. Now, I personally think Full Speed Ahead is B tier.
I agree. I think it's pretty good.
But it's mostly just, like, it doesn't really do much except for be an introductory song to some of the other people that we will hang out with on the ship. It doesn't
Eurylochus and Polites.
Yeah, it tells us, like, about, like, it tells us basically where he's going, why he's going, and who he's with. It doesn't really
it
like,
sets up the dynamic of
yeah.
It sets up the dynamic between Odysseus and his crew, essentially.
Yeah, which I really like, but I don't think that makes it, like, a super song. Like, I think it's probably B tier.
Yeah. In the context of, like, a musical that tells a story, it's pretty good in fulfilling its role. It's really good at that. But as a song itself, it's all right.
Right. Okay.
It's not bad though. But...
Okay. Open Arms.
Open Arms is pretty good.
Yes. Here's the thing. I think it's A. I don't think it's an S tier song, and I know that some people would come for my head for that. Because I do like Polities, do not get me wrong, and I think Open Arms has a very wonderful statement. Do not get me wrong. But however, I think it's an A song. I don't think it's I don't think it's like truly like an S tier song.
Yeah.
Now
out of the first 5 of the Troy Saga, I think it is. I'm gonna get.
We're both gonna get crucified. Don't even worry about it. This is our opinions. Obviously, everyone's allowed to have different opinions. I know when we get to the Cyclops Saga, I'm gonna have so many opinions that some people probably aren't gonna care for, because the Cyclops Saga is not everyone's favorite because of what happens to Polities in it. So
get angry in the comments. It's great for the algorithm.
Exactly. Tell me how much you hate me. Do it, cowards. Anyways, you were saying.
It's a great song. I will say that in my opinion, it is one of the 2 weakest songs in the Troy Saga. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
the weakest is Full Speed Ahead. The second weakest, Open Arms.
Yeah.
But would you put it above? Would you put it? I think I put it below The Horse and the Infant.
I think it's below The Horse and the Infant. But Open Arms isn't bad again. And like, you know, reading and like it does set up a motif just like Just a Man. And it does do that, and the motifs that it the melody and words of, you know, of Open Arms being carried throughout the rest of the musical are pretty good, pretty solid. I just think that Just a Man has just did it like obviously in the places that it does prop up in, it they are thematically well and
like with Calypso and in the underworld
Calypso
and things like that.
Just a Man just kind of, I don't want to say it does it better, but like it just feels
more, because I think what it is that it feels like it connects more with Odysseus, because Open Arms does connect with Odysseus, but I feel like it doesn't connect as smoothly,
as strongly as with Just a Man, with the main themes of Epic the Musical, of you know, essentially just pushing a man towards his brink.
Yep. Also, can I say really quick, the way I'm setting this up so that way people at home know what the fuck I'm doing, the closer it is to the letter, the higher ranking it is. So that's why I put Open Arms behind The Horse and the Infant. So that's how I set things up. I know everyone sets up their tier list differently, where like the further out it is, the higher it is, but that's not how I do it. If the closer it is to the letter, the higher up on the ranking it is.
I think that's how I set up my Shiro Day tier list, actually.
Maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch that video.
Yeah, that's like 2 years ago now. All right.
Anyway. Anyways, Warrior of the Mind, A tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Above Horse and the Infant, A tier.
I think above Horse and the Infant, A tier. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like again, I think it's good. I don't think it's like, I mean, I love it. I do think it's really fun. I think it's really funny. I think the reason I put it in A tier and not S tier is because there was that one part, and this is just a me thing, but it was all over TikTok, was a clip from this song, and it was all over TikTok, and it drove me up the wall, and so I don't think I in good conscience can put it in S tier. So oh my god.
For as big of a song as this is, I'm genuinely surprised that I don't think it I don't think it's I don't think it's many of its melodies or main motifs popped up a lot in the other songs of
it really only
in any
comes
other
up.
saga, to be
Yeah,
honest.
well, mainly I think it's because Athena literally leaves pretty
I suppose
early.
that's fair.
And
yeah.
then
I suppose
her
that's fair,
motifs.
but at the same time, yeah.
Well, her motifs come back with Telemachus, and so there's this big
That's
open
fair.
gap where we don't really hear her motif, and so it's just kind of not. It doesn't feel as strong. It's there, but it's not as. So.
It's not as prevalent as say the.
Just a man.
As say like the phrase of just a man. Yeah. Still, it's pretty good.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Polyphemus.
All right, getting into the Cyclops Saga now.
Okay, this is what the Troy Saga is looking like, everyone, okay? Now we're moving on to the Cyclops. Polyphemus, S tier. I mean, maybe not true S tier. I think the only reason I really like Polyphemus and Survive is because of the animatics that I associate with those. Because I love that design so much. But honestly, I think Polyphemus is a really, really good song. I know that a lot of people put it lower on the things, but the thing that I really love about the song Polyphemus is the duality that it has, because there's or no, wait, that's in Survive. I forget how does Polyphemus, oh no, you will be the final man to die. Both of the songs, they literally hold hands with each other, so I get confused on which one is which.
That's fair.
I'm like, when does one stop and when does the other go in? No, so for Polyphemus, I'd put Survive above it because I like the double motif of there's just one life to take, and then and all of the things that Odysseus says, and then for Polyphemus to turn around and be like, you've hurt me enough, and then repeating his words but repeating Odysseus's words but from his perspective. So I think Polyphemus is a high A tier, and then Survive is an S tier song. What are your thoughts? And you're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed.
Let's see. Because I agree on the general placement of Polyphemus.
I would this is gonna sound really rude. I would put it above Open Arms, but not above Horse and the Infant, but still an A tier.
Okay.
I think it's mostly I think the reason I like the Cyclops Saga so much is because it fits with a lot of music I listen to anyways.
That's fair.
So, and violence.
I think it goes in A tier.
Where would you put it?
This is gonna be weird. I think I would put it above Horse and the Infant, and in between it and Warrior of the Mind.
Okay. Do you have a reason, or is it just your gut feeling?
Vibes.
Vibes. Okay. All right. I will always take putting my guy higher.
Yeah.
So put him there.
And I mean, I would also put Survive right next to it, because mostly just because it feels weird separating them.
That's, you know what? That's so fair. I think Survive is such an S tier song though. But if we put it, they won't be separated. They'll just be right on top of each other. No,
I get it. Fair enough. All right.
But I just the thing is I'm okay with putting him in A tier, but I just think that Survive is above Warrior of the Mind, because if anything, it's just on the cusp of being S tier, if not S tier, because I said, the two ways of looking at it through the eyes of Polyphemus and then through the eyes of Odysseus, and the fact that one line of as soon as we kill him, our journey's over, and then he doesn't even kill the guy.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, survive signifies a very big, like, shift in the narrative. In how troubling exactly this the journey of getting back to Ithaca is going to be,
right?
And is basically just like the first set of sacrifices that Odysseus makes in order to get back to his kingdom. And in that regard, survive plays a very big pivotal role in the general story,
right?
Which is something that all great songs and musicals do, in my opinion. And so yeah, I can definitely see it being S tier. It's just that to me it doesn't feel, it feels weird separating Polyphemus from Survive in the way that they kind of just lead directly into each
one
other.
Another. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I have hard time separating them in my mind, because I always forget when Polyphemus ends and when Survive starts. And Survive starts. Anyways, okay, so remember them. I don't know where to put this one, because I like the song and I think it's really cool, but I'm not sure where on the tier list I'd put it.
I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just,
like, I really like it.
Huh.
It also, you know, has the ending of like, I'm your darkest moment. Fuck you. Bye. Like, and then like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of B. Like, it's either low A or high B. Like, I
want to give it the benefit of the doubt and say high, or no, well, yeah, high B. High B is fine.
High B? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely would put it above Full Speed Ahead.
Fair.
Could you move, please? Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. Now, My Goodbye. I also don't quite know where to put this one. I think I would put it. I think I'd put it in A, but below Open Arms. Because I like it, but I don't listen to it enough.
That's fair. Yeah, it definitely, when I think of the Cyclops Saga, I don't think of My Goodbye.
Yeah, no, exactly. I really, really like it, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the song is really good. I think it's well, you know, put together. I think this being like, I think all of the, like, there are parts in it that are super duper meaningful and all that sort of thing, but it's just not a song that, like, I gravitate towards. Like, here's a fun fact for you. If I ever listen to the soundtrack, usually I'll start in the Ocean Saga. I'll skip the first two sagas, not because I don't like those songs, but because I like the after Ocean Saga, everything that comes after that more. So
yeah, that's fair. What an excellent question, though. Where do we put this?
Exactly. I don't know what we're doing. Because this is currently where I'm thinking about putting it.
I'm okay with that. Like,
and obviously as we go on, like I've said, we can move things if we feel.
Yeah.
But this is currently.
I'm okay with that. Like, highest placement is lowest A tier, highest B tier. In my IMO, so.
Right. All right.
So I think I'm okay with putting it there.
Alright, well that rounds out the Cyclops Saga, so now we are in...
Storm.
I like Storm.
Ocean Saga.
The Ocean Saga. I do like the song Storm.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun. I would put it kind of on a similar vein of like full speed ahead, but I think I would put it up higher just because it does have some things that come back.
Right.
Like, but I don't know. I would put it kind of on like the same vein of full speed ahead. I feel like most of the songs that they sing when they're on their boat just end up kind of like they're on their boat. Wow, the ocean's weird. So
that's fair. Yeah. Of the Ocean Saga songs, I suppose Storm is probably the weakest.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't like saying that because like I love all the songs in this in Epic the Musical, but like.
Can I tell you something really funny though? When I was setting all this up for us to initially like react to everything, I actually almost forgot to put Luck Runs Out on the playlist. Cuz I don't listen to it enough. I think it's a good song.
Okay. All right, you know what? Maybe I take it back. Maybe Luck Runs Out is the weakest one.
Cuz I feel like I do like it, like don't get me wrong, but I think Storm has a little bit more punch than Luck Runs Out.
Right.
Just from like the sound like standpoint, because I like I said, I think if you focus on just lyrics, I think Luck Runs Out is really, really good, and there are things about it that come back, like in Mutiny. But I think overall, listening wise, I think I like Storm more. And it's just like, because it's like we're shooting for the island in the sky. Like it's like got like that really like rock to it, and I really like that. So I would put
grittier, you know?
Yeah. And so I think I'd put Storm around like right next to Remember Me or Remember Them. Remember Me. Remember Them.
Oh, I have to say goodbye.
Remember me. Oh, I have to travel far, remember me. I used to know how to sing that song in Spanish.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Now I just remember Recuérdame, because that's how you say remember me in Spanish. But I used to know how to sing a good chunk of that song in Spanish, because for some reason my father was obsessed with that movie. And he bought the album, and the album had all the songs in both English and Spanish.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it was really cool. What were we doing? Right, Luck Runs Out. Luck Runs Out, I think I would put it next to like Full Speed Ahead.
Yeah, fair enough. We haven't hated a song enough to put one in C or D tier.
No, not yet.
Some people are gonna be very mad for that when we do.
It's gonna be for personal preferences. That's what this is for. People look at these because they want to feel vindicated on what they like and what like, and to be mad at people when they don't like a song that they also like. So
what the? These guys don't have the same opinion as me.
Oh my god, they don't have the same opinion as me. Oh my god, I'm gonna dislike this video and put a comment in the algorithm.
Anyways, with that said, keep your friends close is definitely not there.
No. Keep your friends close is definitely, like, honestly, because of the one line of sometimes killing is a must, I feel like that's an S tier song.
It's treasure.
It's treasure. What? Goodbye. Like, like keep your friends close is an S tier song. Okay? I don't know where I'd put it though on S tier, because I don't know. I think maybe it would go next to Survive Like This, but I'm not 100% sure, because like I think honestly I might put it ahead of Just a Man, just because I think it's just so fun, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Like, I just think it differs. Can I please, hello? Can I please? Thank you. I would put it right here because I just think Keep Your Friends Close is, like, it's just so fun in such a taunting way. Because it's so bouncy and it sounds so friendly, but when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, hey, you're in trouble. And I love it. It's so good. Thank you, Aeolus. Ruthlessness. Hold on. I gotta do something really quick. We gotta add a row above this really quickly. And we're gonna make it, pink. And it's gonna be, we're gonna put God tier. Which is where Ruthlessness is going.
I.e.
Fuck. Fuck. Which is where Ruthlessness is going. Because anyone who doesn't like Ruthlessness can fight me. Can absolutely fight me. Ruthlessness is one of the best songs. I fucking love Ruthlessness. It is so good.
Also kill her because, as they say, ruthlessness is
mercy upon ourselves. It is so good. It's so good. All the messages that are in it, all the motifs that are in it, everything that happens in it is so good. And then it has a quick little bit of humor at the end before leaving you in ominousness. All I gotta do is open this bag. What? Like, it's so good. I love this song, and that's why it's pink, because pink is my favorite color, and anything that's in the pink tier is God tier. All right. I should really get like a thing where I can hit a button and I can flip people off. I should invest in that. That sounds fun. Anyways, that's the Ocean Saga over.
Circe Saga.
Okay.
Metabole Piglets.
Metabole Piglets. I think Puppeteer is S tier. Because it's catchy, it's a really good introduction to Circe. It kind of covers all of the really quick bases of like what her character is.
Yeah, a woman.
What? She had it in just 2 words. Come inside. Damn. So good. Yeah, no, I think... yeah, I think it's above Keep Your Friends Close.
It's pretty great, yeah.
It's like such a fun song, and it's so funny. Like, it's just a really, like... it's just fun. It's fun. And then you have... great. Oh, the Hermes was right next there. Is like, Hermes is right here. Wouldn't you like Hermes? And I call it Holy Moly. Hermes, absolutely S tier. All the time.
Thank you, Hermes. Very cool.
Thank you, Hermes. Very cool, obviously. Now, Done For. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just, it's not, like, something that, like, I would really, like, reach for, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I do like it, and I like the lyrics in it, because I think it really, you know, shows Circe's, like, character.
Right.
But, and it's got some humor to it, so I feel like it might be just, like, low B, you know? Like,
yeah, I think it's, what I really remember most about it is actually more so the animatics, which were really great. Mm-hmm. But the song itself is okay.
Yeah.
This might be a little harsh. I think this is going to be my first ranking for a C tier.
You know what? I'd be okay with that. Like a high C.
Yeah, high C tier.
Just because it's like, I think the main thing that I thought was really funny about it was like the Hermes gave it to you, didn't he? Like, I think that was like the number one thing that like I really liked about the song was just like this little spots of humor. Yeah. And it's kind of the same thing with like There Are Other Ways, because I think There Are Other Ways is also good, but I kind of put it right next to Done For because they lead literally right into each other. But right. I like There Are Other Ways, but doesn't really get me as much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I think, like, the main thing is that we appreciate the songs, especially when there are visuals to it. But if we're just thinking of the songs themselves, this is where I'd put stuff.
Yeah, they're serviceable in the narrative, but I don't think it's as solidly put as like the other songs. Like both, you know, in how much I think of them as like music and how much of I think of them as like important story-wise, I suppose.
Right.
With that said, all of the Underworld Saga's songs are bangers.
Absolutely. However, I will say the Underworld, because of the tonal shifts in a lot of it, I would put it in A, but I think No Longer You and Monster are S tier.
Yeah.
So I would put Underworld just because of the weird, like, I mean, it's not weird. It's not like super weird, but just like the really, like, it's a awkward, in my opinion, awkward tonal shift when he's like, bye mom, and then there's that boom boom boom, all I hear are screams, like that shift from him saying bye mom into all I hear is screams. The first time I listened to it, I thought it was really weird, and when I saw a visual for it, it made a little bit more sense, but just hearing it on its own, it does not shift well in my opinion, so I'd probably put it in like A. So I'm thinking maybe like here.
Yeah, middle to middle A tier is fine.
Yeah. But No Longer You is like that's above Puppeteer. That's above Puppeteer.
No Longer You is so good. Oh
No
my
Longer You
god, I
fucking
love it so
much. Slaps. God.
It tickles my brain in the ways that only ominous chanting choirs do.
Exactly. God, it's
Thank you, Mr. Tiresias. Very, very poggers of you.
And then Monster, I think I'd put it, I don't know, where would you put it? Would you put it next to next to No Longer You, or?
I think, I don't know where exactly it would be. I do want to put it in high S.
Yeah.
That's definitely where I want to, where I want to slot it into, but, like, I just don't know where exactly.
Right,
I'd say it's around.
We can leave it here for right now.
But yeah,
we can leave it right here for now. All right, Suffering. Now we're in the
getting into Act 2 here.
Yeah, we're into Act 2, baby.
Wow.
I think Suffering. I think it's a B. Because I do like it. I like it for all of the interesting things in it, but and I do actually, you know what? I think I'd up it to A, but like kind of low A, because I think it's funny and I think it's a fun song, but I don't reach for it as much.
Yeah, I agree. Like high B, low A tier, like above Storm, below My Goodbye.
Yeah, let's just put it right here for right now.
All right.
I'm sure people can hear my cat pretending like he's dying outside my door.
I can hear your cat pretending like he's dying outside your door.
Yeah. Fucking Archer. All right, Different Beasts. I don't care for this song as much.
Really?
Yeah. I like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just kind of like about it. Like if it comes on in my shuffle, like obviously I'll jam out to it, but it's not something that like I reach for, so I think I'd put it low B. So
I'm okay with that placement actually. Yeah, okay. Because I personally like Different Beast. I think it's in like my it's in like my higher placements in this saga. But I mean there is one more song that has been growing a little bit more on me.
Ooh, interesting. Scylla.
Yeah, Scylla.
Fucking Scylla's an S tier song. No, honestly, Scylla's god tier.
Pretty great.
Scylla's fucking god tier. All right. Scylla's god tier because it is so good, and just like the thought of it, like where he's like, just first of all, the voice of Scylla, fucking so beautiful and terrifying. I love it. So good.
So haunting.
It's so good. And then the fact of like Eurylochus finally being like, hey, yeah, by the way, the reason that we're in this is because I'm the one who opened the bag. Oopsie. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. And then just like no sound from Odysseus. And then the next time he talks to him he's like, light up 6 torches, which I was thinking about this. And when he said light up 6 torches, there's a slight chance, because I know I talked about this, where he basically told Eurylochus to pick the 6 people who were going to die, but there's also a very good chance that Eurylochus would have been one of the people to hold the torch, to hold one of the torches, which means there's also a chance that Odysseus thought, you can be one of the people to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why I think Scylla is a fucking god tier song.
It's definitely it definitely represents like the actual making good on the attitude shift that Odysseus has in Monster in a way that is drastically different from different beasts.
Right. Know what it takes to survive. All right, Mutiny. I think Mutiny is like. I think Mutiny becomes better after they stab Odysseus.
That's fair.
I think the song gets better after they stab Odysseus. I think it's good, don't get me wrong, but I'd put it in B, and then after they stab Odysseus, it would go in low A. Like I'd put it underneath My Goodbye.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because, like I said, I like it, but I feel like it gets better after they stab Odysseus. Oh my god. Alright. Anyways, next song. No, I'm kidding. Listen, here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword with Thunderbringer for me, okay? Because I hate Zeus. I hate Zeus so much. But it's such a catchy fucking song.
It's a really good song. And it characterizes Zeus very well.
It does!
Unfortunately, it's Zeus.
Zeus. Unfortunately, it's Zeus. So, please know I am not putting...
You get to beat him up in Fate Grand Order, by the way.
Good!
If you want any incentive to play that, and in order to play that gotcha
I have to get my account back first. Which I'm on the cusp. I got a response email and they were like, hey, do these things and then send us the proof that you did these things and then we'll see if we can give you a login account to like get your shit back. And I'm like, yay! So Fate Grand Order might be coming back, guys. I know it's been like 2 years. But part 6 is on the horizon, baby.
Maybe one day we'll get past Orleans.
I need to up my I gotta up my swallow reversal for that time. Anyways,
the legendary savior of France.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, I put it in D tier not because it's a bad song, but because it's Zeus.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's why it's there.
Speaking of legendary,
Legendary's adorable and it's a fucking S tier song.
It's great. I love Legendary.
It's literally above Puppeteer for me, just because
it immediately endeared me to Telemachus and makes me long for a Fate Samurai Remnant style game with a Telemachus master taking place during the Odyssey. All right, please, Mr. Typhoon, I am begging you on my hands and knees.
And I just like, he's such a dork. I love him. I think his intro song is just so good. Now
it's great. It characterizes him so well, and like, it's such a good
like you said, it's such a good characterization song. Like it really just like lays out who he is, where he is, what he's doing, and how he feels. In like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a great song that like take that as just it gives you like the as an introduction to like how's Ithaca doing during all of this.
Yeah, which I still think is so funny, where we were going into this series, into this into this saga, and you were like, I wonder if we're gonna see how Ithaca's doing. And the next song was legendary. I'm just like, I wonder how Ithaca's doing. Oh my god. Alright, Little Wolf. I think it's a B tier song. I like it, don't get me wrong. But it's like kind of like meh. You know?
Yeah, I'm fine with B tier.
Yeah. Where would you put it on B tier though? I think I'd put it between Suffering and Storm.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
That looks good.
Like it's an introduction to into Athena's whole I guess reintroduction into
her own like redemption arc.
Yeah, it's a reintroduction of Athena into the story, and it's a good way to build into Athena's relationship with Telemachus, which is better elaborated on in Will Be Fine, but you know.
Yeah, we hadn't seen her for 18 songs. I just counted.
Yep.
What the fuck? Alright, hold on. Where's my thing? Ah! My mouse! Alright. We'll Be Fine. I like Will Be Fine because, again, he's a fucking dork. And he's adorable. Holy shit.
I don't know who your friend is, but...
That's also one of my favorite things. I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna figure it out. I don't know who your friend is. I don't know what he's like. Oh my god. We're gonna put it right next to Legendary. They're cute. Love in Paradise. I put it in C.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because I think it's a good song, but it's the uncomfortableness. Right? Hey, Calypso.
My wife.
God Games is God tier.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. That's fair.
Because well, first of all, it has Brandon McInnes. Okay.
It does have Brandon McInnes.
It's Brandon McInnes, and everyone sounds really good. And Hermes is not Hermes, sorry. And Ares is fucking great in it. I love Ares in it, and it's really fun. And I think it's just a grand old time. And the fact that she's able to get Hera on her side just by saying that Odysseus has never cheated on his wife is really funny. So, and that is the ending of the Wisdom Saga. So now we are on the Vengeance Saga. This is also going in C tier because Not Sorry for Loving You is also uncomfy. Actually, we're gonna put it down here because it's better than Thunderbringer, but it's still really uncomfortable. And everyone can fucking fight me on this.
Oh my god.
I will fight people in the comments over this. Don't test me about my trauma, because I will trauma dump on you in the comments. Don't test me. Oh my god, but Dangerous is right next to Wouldn't You Like. Actually, honestly, which one do you think is better? Wouldn't You Like or Dangerous? Because I think, honestly, I don't know. Cause it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with it.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I think Dangerous is still fun. I just don't know which one I would put. Honestly, I think they're on like equal footing.
They're on equal, yeah.
So I think they just need to like Pretend like they're holding hands.
Hold hands, yeah.
Yeah, just pretend like they're holding hands. All right, Charybdis. I think Charybdis is a D tier song.
Charybdis is okay.
Because it's like, it's cool, but like it really is just like there. It's cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
But like, I also almost forgot to put Charybdis in the playlist, so.
That's fair. I think, and like, it doesn't help that it is immediately overshadowed by Get in the Water.
Absolutely, which is a god tier song! And I think, honestly, Get in the Water is better than Ruthlessness.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna be honest. Because it's just so good. And then I like 600 Strike. I think 600 Strike is like, I think it's probably like right here. You know?
I agree. Yeah. 600 Strike is pretty great.
Yeah. It's
That's
good.
my personal favorite one.
Out of the thing.
Out of the Vengeance Saga.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cause like, I think obviously it's really hard to beat No Longer You, right? In the S tier,
it's
like you.
Pretty hard to beat No Longer You.
Yeah. And so I'm like, 600 Strike is good, and I like it a lot. But I think the main reason I put it so high on S is just literally because of the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, how will you sleep at night next to my wife?
Next to my wife.
All right, now.
Crazy how the most bloated tier is actually S tier.
Right? It's because we like these songs.
Guys, Epic the Musical kind of bangs. Just maybe.
Just
Epic
maybe
the
a
Musical
little bit.
kind of good.
Oh my god, maybe just like a little bit. The challenge. Okay, fucking the challenge. Can I? Oh, it doesn't. Hold on.
You gotta scroll up a little bit.
That's so stupid. Just let me drag it and move the thing for me. The challenge. I think for me it holds hands with No Longer You. Now granted, that might be my personal thing because I'm doing a cover of it, but like because it's just so cute and hopeful, and just the like the thing of her holding out the note time while you hear the suitors in the back like in the background being like, time to be the man of the house, and like all that sort of thing. Like, I just think that like the flow of it and how everything is put together in it is so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I feel like it almost holds hands with No Longer You.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you like? Do you agree? Do you think?
I think it goes in S tier. I wasn't like in either S or A tier. I just wasn't really quite sure where exactly to put it. So yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Hold them down. So the song is icky. However, I do really like it because it just rocks so hard. Like, it's like, it is an icky song. Like, we all could agree that it's an icky song.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah.
But it's just like, it's like, what the fuck is his name? Antinius? Fucking Antinius? Like, they didn't need to pick a guy who had such a nice voice for that. That's rude. That's like so rude. I feel like we should put him in like high B tier. Like, it gets dropped because of the ickiness, but it's still like a good song, you know?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's fair.
Like, it's icky, but still like a really good song. And I know that these are really good songs too, but they have icky things in it. But like these, if you took away the ickiness, like if you just saw from a song standpoint, I probably would put them in C. But like, I don't know how my brain works. I'm just here. Anyways, Odysseus is I want to put it in God tier. God, I'm gonna put it in there we go. Because of violence.
Right. Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Odysseus fucking wrecking everyone is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I put Hold Them Down in B tier also because at the very end he gets an arrow through his neck.
Yeah.
So he does die for his sins at the end of the song. So he gets. But Odysseus, I feel like Odysseus's song. I think I'd put it right here because I think it's like really, really good, and it's got, you know, the choir in the background chanting his name, and like he really, even though he hasn't like really done anything, like he has everyone like scared, and he's like just able to show everyone like very quickly how he can just wreck your shit.
Right?
And I love it. I think it's really good. I think I Can't Help But Wonder is good, but it's not. I think it's the weakest song.
Its position in I think its position in the story is kind of holding it back because it's really good, and its role in the story is really
it's really good. Yeah,
it's really good, but like
honestly,
it's the context that is coming right before
it. Yeah,
that is kind of weird.
Yeah, if I had my way, okay, if I had my way, I would put I Can't Help But Wonder after the challenge, right? And or maybe even as the opener to the saga, because it literally could be old man disguised Odysseus meeting his son with Athena. Because Athena shows up, and in the original story, he, as disguised, meets his son. His son is like, yeah, I really want to meet my dad. And that's when Athena pulls back his disguise and is like, you're talking to your dad. So I feel like it's such a weird place that, okay, also this song would be fine where it is, but you have to put something in between. There has to be something in between, because to go from this man mass murdering and then turning around and being like, my little baby boy, is really weird. Like, it honestly seems very similar to the Bye Mom that I was talking about earlier.
Oh.
Like, we're all here escapes, but it's reversed.
But it's like, yeah.
Like, it's just a very like weird lead-in, and I think it's a very important song to have. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very important song, and I think it's very, very good. And also for it to bring back the Show Yourself from Warrior of the Mind, I think is also really good. But it's just because of its placement, it makes it a weak song for me. So like I'd probably put it like, what are you thinking, near Little Wolf, maybe?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking B tier, but I'm probably next to Little Wolf. Okay, here's the thing. I like this song, Would You Fall in Love with Me Again? I think it's a good song. The thing that sells it for me, though, is the fucking trumpets with Just a Man in the song.
Yeah.
Like, overall, it's a good song. I think it's really good, right? And I would probably put it in A tier, but the trumpets for Just a Man makes it an S tier song.
Push it into S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I find it a very cathartic song.
Yeah.
As an ending song to the entire to the entire musical, as a closer, it's really good. It plays its role very well. And having Penelope and Odysseus interacting musically is so cathartic after listening to the other 39 songs of just absolute suffering for this man. over the cross over across like 20 years. Yeah, it feels really good
to get those
for him
trumpets.
it feels really good for him to finally get what he wants.
Yeah. And like it really is. It's so nice. And I think I talked about this when we were talking about our last thoughts, but just like the fact that some people don't like how this song ends, I think they're missing the point. Because this is a story of a man trying to get home. Since Saga 1, he has been talking about how he wants to get home, he wants to see his wife. Like, even though this is gonna sound weird, it kind of reminds me almost of the D&D movie.
No, yeah, I understand actually. Yeah, I get it.
Because of Chris Pine's character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
when you mentioned it.
Yeah, because he talks about wanting to see his wife so much, and but he doesn't even know what his son looks like and things like that. So really, though he wants to meet his son, the main thing driving him is Penelope. Like, his son is more of like an accessory to the push, but the main push is seeing his wife, because he knows what his wife likes, he knows what her voice sounds like, all that sort of thing, and he wants to see what man his son has grown into, but that's not the full, like, pulling force. The full, like, pulling force, because it's even a fucking motif, is Penelope's name.
Right?
So, she is the main pulling force. Telemachus is, like, a little, like, extra weight that's helping pull, but it's not the main, like, brick. So
yeah.
That being said, this is what our tier list looks like. That's a lot of L's. So please yell at me in the comments. Yeah. And please let us know where you would put things, what your favorite saga is, which of your favorite songs should have been raised higher or lower, do you think? Tell us how weird we are for liking certain songs in the S tier or whatever. I do actually enjoy watching what people think of my decisions that I make, because I think it's funny, because you're not me. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for letting us ramble for almost an hour. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'm gonna go buzz off now. Bye, guys!
Later, gamers.